Okay friends, so yesterday I told you to stop here. Only do the center part and then stop because the coloring part gets confusing after that. And there's a reason why I asked you to stop because, like I said, the coloring part gets confusing. So now we're gonna look at our picture here, and to continue coloring, I'm gonna turn this. So if you look at your pattern, it's purple, orange, black. Purple, orange, black. Okay? So we have purple or violet. So what goes next is orange. So then you would go in. So you have to look at your patterns. Okay? You have to look at your patterns. You have to look at where you placed everything, or else you're going to not place your patterns in the correct spaces. That one goes off the paper. That's okay. Okay. I'm only going to do the outline on that one. I'll color it in a little bit. Okay, so like I said, you have to look at where your patterns are. So that means you have to be paying attention to what you are doing. And I know some of you have already sent me some pictures, and you may have done it incorrectly. If you ever look at your artwork and you look at it and you realize that maybe it's not done correctly, go back and redo it. Okay? The steps are all there for you. You can go back at any time and redo anything we've already done to make sure that you've got it done correctly. Okay, so now it's purple, orange, then black goes here. I want you to notice something. As you are doing your patterns, if you were paying attention, then you may have noticed that whatever is directly across from your color is the same color. So orange goes to orange, violet goes to violet, black goes to black. And then for this one, I colored it in with gray first. And then I went over it with the black. So you really do need to pay attention to where you are putting things, because if you don't, you'll mess up your patterns. So I went over it with gray first, and then I'm going back with black because I don't want it to get too dark. Now, in here, this is going to be violet because what is directly across? Violet. Okay, now as you might notice, the background color or the order in which your pattern is kind of changes a little bit, and that's not a big deal. As long as you're following your color pattern, you're doing it correctly. So like here, it's purple, orange, black, and it looks like it's black, purple, orange, black, purple. It's the same order. The order has not changed. You just need to pay attention to where you are putting your colors and where your previous color was on your patterns. Now, if you have 6 colors, you really, really need to pay attention to what is on the left and what is on the right of what you're doing, because if you don't, you will get mixed up. So that's why I told you to do no more than 6 colors, because then you start getting confused, and you want to create a pattern anyway. So if you have more than 6, that's more spaces than you have in our tessellation pattern anyway. Okay, and so this last one is going to be orange again, because that finishes out the pattern. Now I hope this is making some sense. I just saw a place where I made a mistake. This should be a triangle. Okay. Okay, so now that I've done that, and you're like, why did we just watch a color for 5 minutes? Okay, so now that you look at it, you can see where the patterns go. So this is going to be purple, orange, and then this one would be black. So if I just do the outlines, do a little faster. Purple, orange, black. Purple, orange, black. That's my pattern. Okay, so then purple, orange, black. So this would be purple, this one's gonna be orange, and then this one will be black. So I'm gonna color some more of this, and then I'm gonna show you how to do these edges here. Okay friends, so now that I've done this part of the coloring, you can start to see that a new pattern emerges. So if you only stick with 3 colors, you'll see it a little bit easier. And it's a little confusing at first, but look at you have this spiral here. So if you look at the way this pattern is going, so you have orange, you have blue, you have orange, black, orange, black. So this is gonna be orange, this is gonna be black, okay? So if you use 6 colors, you can still, you can probably figure out from looking at it which colors you are missing in your pattern. Okay, so when you use 3 colors, understand that you're going to create more than one pattern happening in your project. And that's not, you didn't do it wrong. Okay, this is kind of a tricky way to color things in. So like I said, this one is now a different pattern than our original pattern, and it's not a problem. I know, I should have just done these. I should have just done these one color instead of variety. Should should have just stuck with one color. I do have to say though, if you want to buy some colored pencils and you see these are pretty neat because you don't need a sharpener. So you can just keep twisting the end and the color comes out. So, and then you can just twist it back when you're done. Okay. So here we are at that part. So you see now that part is finished. So if we go over here to this part, okay, this one is now going to be black. Oops, I colored the wrong one. And it happens. Make sure you're paying attention to what you're doing. Even I make mistakes. It's not a big deal. I wondered why. I'm like, why does it start to be black? Why is it like that? Because I wasn't paying attention. It's not a huge deal because I'm going to show you why that doesn't matter. And then please remember, friends, that Miss Ottenreith has been coloring for a really, really long time, so she can color quickly. Now, the reason that this isn't going to matter because I'm going to give you the option of outlining it all in black if you want to, and you just color over it. If you have a colored pencil, just color over that. It's no big deal. Now, I bet you're wondering, it's like, oh man, how are we supposed to color in some of these other ones that we don't know? Okay, here's the trick on those ones. So I'm going to show you in just a minute once I'm done doing this one, which I am doing it very sloppy at this point. Okay. So how you do other ones like this one right here. This is actually going to look like one of these, okay? One of the regular patterns. So this little corner here is actually going to be orange because it's one of these hexagonal patterns. And oops, I colored it the wrong way. Oh well. All right, so that's what you would do. You would just keep doing that. So this one is going to be, I have orange in my hand, so this is orange. And violet. Coloring it wrong again. Oh man, I made another mistake. Oh wait, no I didn't. I'm like, I thought I made a mistake. I did not. Okay. It just looks like I did, but I did not actually make a mistake. Okay. So now what you do, I know this is, you're like, oh my gosh, it's such a long video. I'm sorry, guys. You can always skip ahead. I don't care. You know that. All right, I'm just going to lightly do that one because it's already in my hand and I want to finish up. Okay. So now you can see what needs to go where. Okay, so this is going to be another hexagonal pattern that's going to come up over here. Now if you look at it, this is probably going to be violet. Yes, that is probably going to be violet. I'm just guessing that that's going to be a violet. So I'm going to turn this one into a violet corner. Now, and it's okay if you can't quite figure it out, just really look at what you're making. So remember how I always ask you guys to be observant in your art. Make sure you're paying attention, make sure you're being observant. And then this one up here, I'm gonna guess that that's gonna probably be orange as well. Okay, so now my whole paper's colored in except for these little tiny squares here. So what I'm actually gonna have you guys do is, if you have the squares, now not everybody's gonna have the squares, don't worry about it if you don't. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick a contrasting color. And I think I'm gonna go with, I think I'm gonna put a yellow down. Digging through here, I got a yellow. And I'm just gonna put a yellow in there. And now it is completed. Woohoo! Good job, guys. Once you have completed coloring it in, turn it in to me for points. Thanks, guys. Bye.